Okay, let us know if you can hear us out there. Actually, let me check.
Yo, technical difficulties on a Saturday.
Actually, I don't see us on Instagram.
That's probably why.
What about
Boom. Now do you see it on Instagram?
No. Okay, let's see.
send me that?
Yes, now we can hear us.
Technical difficulties on a
Yes.
Saturday.
There you go. Come on.
Oh my
Yeah.
Come
god.
on, man. Man, come on, Elijah. Nothing you
Oh
can't
my
do,
God.
man. I see you working over there.
See it.
Oh,
I see it.
James, man.
Okay.
James, where were you, man? James. That's my usual engineer.
Yeah.
I feel like James would have had that situation figured out in like 2 minutes. Shout out to James, man. Miss you, bro.
Shout out to the sound. Shout
Could
out
have used
to
you, man. All right, but yes. Welcome for the 4th time.
Yeah, I don't even know how many times it's been, but
We've got another great episode. I want you guys to take a real good look at my locks right there. Yep, that's all you get right now. My locks. First summer with some length. It's been a little warm. Troy would like to differ, but you know, when you got so much hair in your head, it makes a little bit of a difference.
yeah.
I got you.
A
I
little bit
got
of a
you.
difference.
All right, so we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run the intro again. I want to give a huge shout out to Troy and Tim. Super fashionable, super fitness. I mean, the list goes on and on. I can't share so much love and respect and everything else that I follow you guys, you know, in life and in person and everything else. So much respect. Let me hit the applause again for you
I
guys.
appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So kind of you,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Kind words.
Nice. So how you guys doing today? Again.
Again, we got to replay this again.
Yeah.
Man, I've been good, man. I've been good. Like I said, man, kind of getting back to some form of, again, not normal, but just getting back to like, you know, work focus. And, you know,
Right.
my son here for, 3 months. So, all of my focus is on him. So kind of getting back to a little bit of me, kind of getting back out of, things like that. But yeah, it's been good, man. It's been a solid summer, man. It's been great. I've been feeling good.
Nice. And then what about you, Tim?
You know what? Me, I'd kind of been busy with had several photo shoots, a couple shows throughout the summer. Actually, probably since like September.
Okay.
So that's been keeping me busy. My son, as I was mentioned to you earlier in pre-production, that my son just finally got a job, so he's been doing that for 2 months. So we're not doing any basketball when he's working, so it's a lot of me time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been going to the gym, doing some hiking with my dog and things of that nature. So life is good.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I kind of like is bittersweet, I guess, is a lack for better words, is you don't realize how fast time goes. I remember a guy told me when I first had my first son, and he's like, enjoy every moment because
Ain't that the
that's
truth?
when you actually know time goes by fast, when you have
True.
kids.
Yeah.
And I invested a lot of time in my previous job where literally like now, I mean, it humbled me when I got let go because I'm like, let's do the stuff that I wasn't wanting to do or that I took for granted because of the fact that we lost a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I'm trying to like take those moments back and I've missed so much time with them. So yeah.
That's facts, man. I think especially with kids, man, it's important to, and it's very hard because we adults and we got responsibility. We got so much our past life and our, things that we want to do in the future. But I mean, with kids, man, it's so vital to just be present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like present, man. Like I don't
Right.
care what's transpiring around you, what's happening. Be present with your kids because
Right.
they can feel that energy. They can
Yeah.
feel that vibration. They can
Mhm.
feel when you worry. They can
Yeah.
feel when you, you overextending yourself in other areas outside of them. They can feel that. So
Right.
if I give anybody any advice when it comes to parenting, just be present.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question because the fact that like when I think about growing up and stuff like that and even today's time, do you think it's a lot more different than it was back in the time that when we were growing up to it is now as far as when we're raising our kids?
Heck yeah, man. I mean, for me, I was just telling my son over the summer, man, I remember walking to the corner store.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like running to the
12,
store. Like, I
10,
mean,
12.
yeah, but no, younger than that. I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I mean, we outside at like probably 6, 7, 8. We outside like,
Yeah.
in front of the
all
house,
day.
going around the block, driving up, riding our bike through the
Right.
neighborhood. Like, I just couldn't imagine my son doing that now.
Yeah.
I mean, just due to just the heightness of violence and just like, predator. I mean, it's so much that you have to be concerned about these days. But I mean, it's a drastic difference. Yeah.
But so okay, so I think about it because I had a conversation with someone and they were like, "Well, it's always been the same. It's just now it's reported."
I can
There's
see
some
that.
validity to that.
Yeah,
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 I
there's
can
some
see
validity
that.
to that.
I think now that with the news right at the palm of your hand, you are seeing more frequent things being reported, and doesn't mean that it's not happening out there. But as Troy was saying, it's we were outside, we were
Yeah.
doing those things, but
Early morning,
but
late at
now
night.
that we are grown up and experienced and seen those things, we're just like, I ain't putting my son through that. Like,
Yeah.
just we have our own traumas that we're dealing with
Right.
from those times. I don't think he needs to see that or she needs to see that. At least on my watch, you know what I'm saying? There's so many other things we could teach them kids.
Right.
at that
Yeah.
point.
And to kind of add to the one thing that I have to I'm kind of nervous about in today's society is because the fact that we're now a part of this woke movement that everybody's pushing off an agenda. In that regard, it really is tough because you're trying to safeguard your kids to a certain extent, but at the same time, you want them to learn certain things so that way they build their own character at their own expense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. We wasn't monitored as a kid, we wasn't surveillance a lot.
Right.
I think even when you do allow your kid to grow into the space they want to grow into,
Right.
you still have to monitor. You still have to make sure that you surveillance.
But how much are you surveillance now?
I mean, with society, how things
Find
are.
my-
Say that again.
I said my find my.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean that
Do
too.
they know about that? That's what's
Yeah,
going on? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. We
Yeah.
share each other's location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, my son, he have an iPhone, right?
Mhm.
He's 10. Anything he download, I see.
Mhm.
He have to ask me.
Right.
He have to ask your parent on his phone, for everything.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, just making sure that you keep some type of tabs, because now, I mean, I'm sure you guys may have heard about it, like Roblox and
Uh-huh.
things of that nature. They
Oh,
got
yeah.
predators on Roblox now, things like that. So just making sure that you go into your kid's phone, appropriately and respectfully, but making sure that you not allowing them to have access to everything. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, my son don't have TikTok.
Yeah.
He don't have Facebook. He don't have Instagram, because I think at 10 years old, what do you need to be exposed to those type
Exactly.
of things for?
Yeah.
It's no point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For myself, so my son is in his older teens now. He's 17.
Uh-huh.
So maybe in the last few years of his high school career, I've learned to let go a little bit.
Right.
I was probably right where LaTroy is speaking from, in his younger age, from 8 to 15. You know what I mean? He's just soaking up whatever he can, and just like, yo, man, that is not it. Don't even go down that road. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now, he takes the car. He says, I just asked him, where are you going? And then where you going to be back by then? You got to tell me these things and then go ahead and do your thing. So
Yeah, that
now
open
I've
line
learned to let
communication.
go just a little bit more.
Right.
And I have to trust him so he can know that I trust him and he's going to make the right decision.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So shout out to you two fathers and all fathers out there that are just grinding day in and day out.
Well, first of all, I definitely want to give, Tim some props, man.
Yeah.
Tim is, as I was going through, constantly bringing my son out here,
Uh-huh.
figuring out how do you do this father thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Tim was one of the people that I looked up to in that space.
Right.
Him being a single father, seeing how he was moving with his son. I always admire that, and I believe I always told you that
You
as
always
well.
have,
So
man.
like
Thank
for
you for
me,
that.
he was definitely a help for me when it comes to being a single father too. So yeah.
And I appreciate those kind of words, man. And you've always said that, so thank you. And to attribute to that, it's always support.
Right.
It's not easy, mother or father, but if you don't have the support around you, if you have to go do your career, your job, or whatever it is that you got to do,
Right.
even going to the gym for an hour, you have to have some sort of support to help you,
Cope with
navigate
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
because you need your own me time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being with your kid 24/7. I don't mind it, but there's that adult moment that you need, like this right here,
Yeah.
breaking bread with my friends, having a beer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just have to disconnect a little bit.
And I have to agree too, because that's so the gym is my thing. I love it. And that's literally where I'm literally so during the week I'm capturing everything that went
You're looking
to
good,
shit.
man.
I'm
See?
trying a
See,
little
man.
bit, yeah. But I
Somebody's
capture
blushing.
everything that went wrong. So when I'm in the gym, I'm just slamming it because I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't like the way this went. I don't like the way that this conversation went. Like I'm taking all my frustration out in the gym. So that way I'm not having to like relay it back to to the kids and stuff like that because it's not healthy at the end of the day.
Yeah, facts.
So
Actually, I had a quick question.
Yeah.
Hey, so how scary is it though, Mr. Tim?
Oh,
More towards you, sir. But my camera's here though. Just so I'm not. Just so you guys aren't weirded out. My camera's right here. She's probably like, "Why did he turn on?" But my son just turned 10, and it's my first personal kid.
yeah.
So part of me is kind of anxious and nervous about that point. I know I want to be there, and I want to be able to step back and trust him,
Sure.
and be out there.
Yeah.
And, when he's 17, give him that freedom. But like, my question is like, how scary is it though? Like actually leaning into it and actually letting it go, and like right now, looking at him as a 10-year-old, that's just scary as fuck.
Sure.
But obviously, when he's 16, 17, it's a little different. You can tell he's more of a man. You know what I mean? He can probably take more care of himself.
Yeah.
But it's still your little.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that question. And
if your little boy.
Yeah, I can appreciate that question. If I understand it rightly, like, my question to you is: do you trust yourself in right now at this very moment, yourself for yourself? Do you trust yourself? And what I mean by that is like just everything that you're doing, what we're doing right here. When you leave here, do you trust yourself doing everything, driving your car, putting together dinner, things of that nature, just life in general, at this moment in time in your mental? Would you say you trust yourself?
Yes, I
Okay.
definitely do.
What and I bring that up for the fact is that if you do that and you pour that into your child in this time over the years, that's gonna and there's like I said before to Patrick, they're sponges right now. So he's gonna soak that up and he's gonna know right from wrong. So when he becomes of age, 15, 16, 17, you're gonna know he's gonna make the right decision. Even if they make a mistake, they know right from wrong. And you just have to let them make those mistakes and correct them from now. My thing went out.
Your sound or
My headphones went out.
on both sides?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there it went back.
Okay.
It's back. So I don't know if it cut out or not, but my headphones did. But yeah, so that's how I would answer that question.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I definitely never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, it is a scary thing. You're right. I was in your shoes, and I talked to my peers that had kids, and we would discuss this amongst ourselves. Away from the kids, like having a beer or what have you. And you know, I've learned a few things from them because they've had multiple kids and their kids were older, and I just had to say like, you know what, I know what I'm doing. I know what I've done too. And my son is now turned 17. So the only thing that's on my mind, and I'm completely transparent and honest, is this kid having sex, right? And I explained to him, I was like, look, if he has a curfew, right, 11:30, if it's not school. And so when he's out past 11:30, 12, and it's like midnight, I'm like, man, I know what I was doing at 17. Like, don't fuck up. It's not it. And I think Troy asked me earlier if he had a girlfriend. I was like, he's had girlfriends in his life over his lifespan, and I'm just like, if his heart's broken or whatever it may be, don't get attached. Don't get attached, and don't fall into that because it's a dangerous area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And don't be afraid to kind of overstep or step in because like I ran into a situation with the whole Roblox thing. My son was gaming with his friends and they had some predator that got themselves involved and it was a mess. And we're still kind of over dealing with it to today.
That makes my heart drop, man.
Oh, if only you knew. Like it has been one of the biggest struggles. And I'm trying to be as transparent with my kid, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm letting my kid know, like, hey, I'm still your dad at the end of the day. Like, I'm gonna do everything I can to protect you.
Yeah.
And the thing that makes it hard is because when you're trying to address it to the other parents, the other parents are like, "That's my kid. Let me deal with it."
Yeah.
And it's like I'm trying to like protect you, to alert you guys, the other parents,
Yeah.
and they don't give a shit. Their kids are having fun on the game. They're not realizing there's a person on there that's not doesn't go to their school.
Yeah.
These kids are posting pictures on this gaming thing of them at school. They know their URL and everything else.
Oh my gosh. What sucks about it too is sometimes the child doesn't know how serious the situation is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what really hurts.
Yeah. So
I actually just had a conversation with my son the other day, and it wasn't really too graphic or anything, but I just wanted to basically instill with him that he's still at a level where he needs permission.
right.
Mm.
Yes.
So like if there is any kind of predator on there
Yeah.
and they want to do anything, I was like, if you meet anybody, I don't care if they say they're 3 or 85.
Yeah.
If you meet anybody through the internet or anything like that, and they want to meet you for any reason, the first thing you need to say is, I need to talk to my parents first.
Yeah.
But you have to be very diligent and self-conscious and aware, because a lot of times these people are acting as if they went to the school or as if they're their friends, or
Oh man.
they're grooming them, since
Show
day
it.
one.
Grooming. That's
Yes.
the word. That's the
you
word.
have to be.
Oh my gosh.
You have to just
Mhm.
your kid falls asleep. Oh, just let me just look on your devices or whatever. You do these random checks and you have these open conversations
Yeah.
like, how are you doing? How's everything going on in your world? Like,
And that's not limited to 10-year-olds, man. Those are grown,
For sure.
teenagers
Yeah.
that are getting groomed.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, it can get to the point where, I mean, listen, a lot of times we see parents throw an iPad or a phone into a child's face, and they're like, "Hey, go do you.
Yeah.
While I do
Right.
me. I'm gonna focus on my
Right.
relationship. I'm gonna focus on this phone.
Right.
I'm gonna whatever the case, whatever they doing. They probably have worked all day. They debriefing, right? They
Yeah.
want to debrief.
Yeah.
I get that. But at the end of the day, when you do that, you don't know what type of, and we wonder why our kids build up these, habits sometimes.
Right.
Right.
They're not, and you like, where the hell he get that from? Or where she get that from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably didn't see that in the household.
They're
But
constantly learning.
when they constantly on the phone, they looking at TikTok, they saying all this stuff. A lot of times TikTok and the internet, social media is raising a lot of our children out here.
Right.
Yeah,
So
true.
just be mindful of what they watching. Like,
Yes.
I mean,
Mindful.
that is vital, man.
Yeah.
That is super vital. To this day, my son, he still have kids YouTube.
Yeah.
He's 10. I get that. He like, yeah, dad, my cousin and my friends, they have YouTube show anything.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You don't need to see anything, dude.
Right.
You like, daddy is here to protect you.
Yeah.
And if those parents don't want to take the initiative to make sure that their kids has been exposed to the right things, that's on
Right.
them. At the end of the day, this is my job
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm protecting you. So
And I like that you said mindful too, because just knowing the patterns. With my son, like one of the habits that we kind of caught on to really quick was they were staying up late. They were like 10, 11 o'clock. It's like the weekend, they're playing with their friends. And then so I was like, nothing of it. And this person was like in another country or whatnot. And it was just, so I was like I started putting the puzzles together or the pieces to the puzzle together. And I was like, wait a minute, like just certain things about his pattern, his routine told me to like, okay, let me look at this. Let me just start doing a deeper, thorough search.
You got to pay attention. I mean, my son
Yeah.
in the summertime, he go to sleep at, it depends. If he got summer camp, he go to sleep at 9.
Yeah.
If he don't, 10. He still have a routine.
Right.
I don't give a damn it's summertime. Your ass ain't staying up to 12, 3 o'clock in the morning. You ain't grown.
Yeah.
You taking your ass to sleep. What
Yeah.
you talking about? Like, you going to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Your daddy want to sit back and smoke a cigar, chill with my lady, like your ass going to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, so they gotta have rules, man. Even when it's free time even when it's summer, they gotta have some type of rules, man.
Yeah.
Guidance, discipline.
Yeah, they
And
got
you know
to.
the thing is too, just kind of bring this up is what Meta had done maybe like 3 weeks ago
Mhm.
about the sharing location on
Yeah.
Instagram, and that popped up on my feed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, it's going to be sharing the location because he has a teenage parental Instagram account for
Mhm.
kids, right? So until he turns 18, that's what I can see new followers and things of that nature pop through. Just like he's saying, with Roblox, there's predators that are grooming and doing these things, And he's explained to me that people has reached out to him asking about questions about basketball or something along those lines. I'm like, yeah, let me know, because that's not happening. But going back to the conversation of now they can see your location,
Right.
like for what?
I mean,
Yeah,
for the sake of just like protecting women, like
Yeah.
I mean, that could be scary for like women,
Yeah.
like location.
Yeah.
You know how many guys out here that I mean, we already have enough access to the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that's one other device that we got having access to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean those are things as like as parents, be very mindful of. If your child got a phone, be very mindful of that. Be very mindful of that.
Right.
So I did want to do a special shout out to Jess for pulling together these amazing women contributions. Thanks to Aisha Jones, Aisha May Clay, Jasmine Beasley, and Jessica Marrero, Elevated Souls, for sending in thought-provoking questions, which we'll start seeing on the chat. And then I do want to give a shout out to Anthony Freeman with Ripple to Wave Foundation. You can actually check out volunteer services at rippletowavefoundation.org. Reach out to the website or Anthony for any type of volunteer opportunities. And then I did want to ask, because like, us as a society, we always think about against, money and masculinity. Do men still feel pressure to be the provider in this day and age, 2025, like today's time?
You want to go first, bro?
Sure.
Yeah.
The question is, do men feel pressured?
Yeah, like, do we still need to be the provider?
I don't think so. I think women, we have more and more educated women now.
Uh-huh.
In this decade alone, over the years, that they are looking for. They've surpassed all that. Uh, well, they have surpassed all of that. Masculinity of being the breadwinner. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
yeah.
it's okay. Like if I think when I was engaged a few years back, she was going to be the breadwinner.
Uh-huh.
Like and I was okay with that. I was supportive of that because she was starting her own business, and I was like, that is completely cool. Like
Yeah.
because I love what I was doing. Well, I'm still doing as a wardrobe stylist.
Right.
And so that gave me the opportunity to be with the kids and do what I love to do, and have my me time and my time with my spouse. That is happiness for me, right?
Right.
So for women who are chasing that, I applaud that and I support that, and I don't think there's pressure. To answer your question directly, I don't
Yeah.
think there's any pressure at all from a man's point of view.
Okay.
What was the question again?
If let me go back. If men still feel pressure to be the provider in 2025.
I mean, just to lay of the land, how things are financial these days for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be making 100,000 a year. That feels like 40,000, 50,000 a year. That's not a lot of money these days.
Right.
So, if you taking your relationship serious,
Uh-huh.
the male or the females, they gonna understand. Hey, I need help in this area right now, right? And someone who's really devoted to this relationship and really want to see the relationship prosper,
Right.
they gonna understand that. Now, if you out here, single individual, you know, she don't give a damn how much you making. You could be making 40,000 a year. She expect you to pay for dinner. She expect you to pay for X, Y.
Everything.
She's expecting you to, because there's no growth there. There's no you guys. There's not a future that's being planned.
Right.
When you really have a future with a woman, I believe she understands the financial growing pain,
Right.
and she understands where you at in life,
Uh-huh.
and she's gonna be more willing to rock with you. So, it depends on the relationship. I just
I
say that
agree.
it depends on the relationship.
Yeah. I agree. And I've always thought too that like with the relationship, a lot of times they're like you have to give 50-50 in a relationship. For me, like I've never liked that term. I feel like you should always give
That's a
100.
garbage term. Yeah, that's
you should give
horrible.
100, because if you're giving 50, you're only giving half in that relationship. You
And
need
that
to give it all.
exactly,
Yeah.
but sorry to cut you off,
No,
Pat.
you're good.
But that's gonna be the mind frame. That's gonna be your thoughts going into whatever, we buying a house, we get in the car, we doing this, is your mind state is going to be 50-50. It's okay, I give my half and that's it. I ain't giving nothing more than that.
Right.
That's not conducive for a successful relationship, bro. Like, we all know that, right?
Mhm.
Like, we got to understand, I got to give 120% and you got to give 120%. But at the end of the day, me giving my 120%, I'm not focused on you giving anything,
Right.
because I already have committed to give what my all to this thing. And that's how it should be. If you're playing around and saying, well, this person only doing this, or I'm only going to do this, that's a disaster for a
Yeah.
relationship, man.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. And
Yeah.
also to add to it, it's like, um, I think, and this is me, your partner should really elevate you where you fall short,
Right.
and vice versa. So, if I'm not good with my finances, you know what I mean, and I'm just everywhere with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think even if she's not good with it, we should either come up with an idea together, or she can take that ball and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Or cooking, for that matter. Like I hate doing the dishes,
Right.
right? Like that's not my thing, but I will do them. That's the discussion, like he's saying, where the communication has to just be up to par.
Right.
Where do we stand on things? Here's a checklist. Let's check them off, and who's responsible for what.
I think personally, where we, and greatly said, man, I believe where we kind of fell short of that in this day and time, and I hate to sound like the old guy, social media did that.
Oh yeah.
Social media did that, because it's like, girl, if he ain't got X, he ain't got this, he ain't got that, he ain't got that, he ain't no good man, or he may not be the type of man that you need in your life at this time.
Right.
But just because he don't have the things that society thinks he should have, that doesn't mean that he's not a valuable guy that
Right.
needs to be in your life. And vice versa. Same thing with with women. Just because she don't have the big ass and or whatever social media
Right.
deemed for a good looking woman or valid woman, that doesn't mean that she shouldn't, that doesn't mean that she doesn't have value. So we just gotta people gotta stop always looking at other people's doorsteps to see what's good.
Yeah.
You gotta find out what's good for you.
One of my mentors has shared with me that there's this rule called the 80-20 rule,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And so when you're looking for your spouse, he was actually speaking into women's lives. He's a public speaker, and I took that for myself as well, to reverse that. And he was telling them that, if you're looking for a man, there's this 80-20 rule where he has at least 80% of what you're looking for, whether he's, 6'5", or if his finances are in good order, he doesn't have any kids, whatever it is.
Right.
If he has 80% of what you're looking for, you have to give him grace for that 20%, and you have to love him for that full 100.
And I wish too, because like how you mentioned about society, I wish it would be portrayed in that aspect, right? Because like the way it seems nowadays is like, the woman wants a tall guy, she wants a muscular build, she wants a guy making X amount of amount. And it's like sometimes if you do the 80-20, if you open up your options, maybe date a 5.5 foot guy, or maybe a guy that's not as muscular, you open it up, sometimes you're gonna find that there's more that's out there, more of an option and stuff like that. So
Are you willing to deal with what comes with that? Yeah, he's 6'5", make 100K a year.
yeah.
You ain't gonna be the only fucking option. Understand that.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. What are you willing to give?
Right.
Like, everybody got these expectations of a man and a woman. Like, come on, yo. Like, man, like, you want you a bad female, right?
Uh-huh.
You gotta. It's plenty guys gonna be like, can you deal with that?
Yeah.
Them DMs gonna be filled,
Yeah,
and she may spend you. You may get spent.
Yeah.
She may spend you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that it's kind of flip flopped. Like this older mindset of the man having to be the provider, I feel like has become the mindset of the younger generation, and us older people who are really in life already. We understand that in 2025, it's officially no longer a one person's game anymore.
Right.
If you're in a family environment, there almost has to be two incomes.
Yeah.
Like, even if it is a little like, oh, I just do my 20 hours a week, there almost has to be two incomes in the normal, I I want to say in like the normal general people's lives. Like, you know, there's those people out there who are making enough and they can take care of the whole family or what have you. But in the general population, the average person, you got to have two incomes to have
Yeah.
four heads in a house. To have your wife, and two kids, you got to have two incomes. So, and I think us older people, like I said, that are in it, like we can see it. We're living through it. We understand it. So for a man that's like, sorry to put a number out there, but like 35 and up, well, maybe not even 35, because there's some people who mature a little slow, but maybe about late 30s and up. We should not even be thinking like that anymore. Like we should already be at a state, a certain mindset and state in our lives that we understand that with the way the world is going, it's just not really 100% feasible thing for the man to always be making 200,000 a year so he can take care of everybody.
Right.
Like it's just not an ideal thing anymore.
Yeah, and to add to that, that's a great point. If I'm only bringing a financial standpoint to the table, I'm not bringing anything, because there's so much to come to being a partner for someone. If I'm only bringing the money, what are we talking about? I'm supposed to be bringing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the money comes, that's just a caveat. But those are things that you should really hold on to and bring value. That's the thing that matter the most to me personally.
Right. Now, in a relationship, are you guys talking things out? Like, because we're on the conversation tip, are you guys talking things out? Or are you more like just keeping it silent?
As in just like certain situations that happen.
Problems and whatnot. Yeah.
Talking like pillow talk.
Like with you and like, let's say whoever you're with, your partner, you know, your person, you know,
significant other.
Yeah. Like, are you talking to that person and saying, hey, here's my issues, here's the situation, here's what I'm not, you know? Or are you keeping it to yourself and just like, and just let it just ride?
I think it depends on what it is. I think, man, I have definitely have gotten better at communicating. You know, I value that in my relationship, like being a communicator to the best of my ability at this moment. But like certain things, I think just as a man, especially when we're dealing with financial issues and we're dealing with just like, you know, just things that we know that we got to get better at and we need to be better at. Like, I don't think we do a really good job of communicating that to our partner. Because I think that sometimes, like as a man, like I don't think it's important for you to know every single thing that I'm thinking.
Yeah, that part.
Like, you know, like you need to see me as a man who's working through the things that I have going on in my head. It's not for conversation a lot of times. Sometimes I just want to just process it within myself and figure it out. It's not always about communicating with you to let you know what's going on. But like the important things when it comes to the relationship and finances and you know, just the relationship in this whole, I think it's important that you value the communication, because I haven't always been good at that, bro. So I, you know, like that's and that definitely have hindered a lot of my relationships before because I was not a good communicator.
And I get that a lot of times, because even me myself, sometimes it's like by me voicing or allowing myself to be vulnerable, it's like, oh, like this dude's being a bitch. You know what I mean? Like he's being too vulnerable. And at times, like you need to have that pressure. You need to have, or like, excuse me, you need to have that release. You need to have that open line of communication, because if not, you know, it's going to consistently, you know, grow into something bigger because you're not being vocal about, you know, what the situation is.
That's why you got to pick your partner wisely. Yeah. Because some women, man, like you would tell them something like that you know what's going on with you mentally, and they'll look at you just like, man, you a pussy. Like you a man up.
Well,
trust me.
This supposed to sorry.
No,
this supposed to be your best friend. So you know, you're supposed to, like you're saying, you're supposed to find your partner that you know, reflects you when you're not in the room, right? And vice versa. So I was gonna bring this topic up. I'm glad you had brought that up. But just being able to, there's two ways to look at this, right? So you have like there's two sectors to it. One where you leave your problems at the door and you walk in and you know, you're playing family, right? And everything is all hunky dory. But then, like Troy was saying, the communication, like what are you willing to share about your day outside the home? I mean, that's not related to your family or your spouse, and talk through it. Like like I don't know if you were just saying that or he was saying about being a bitch,
Yeah.
or they calling you out to be a bitch. It's not really not being that. It's just it is being vulnerable, but
Yeah.
maybe giving them just enough to give your to work through it, right? Like I would go to my significant other and say, you know, this is what's going on. Give them just enough of the story so they can come up with a uh, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Just their opinion,
Right.
I should say, without any prejudice or without any bias, right?
Right.
And say, okay, well, if you're saying that's what's happening and this is what your thoughts are, well, what do you have you thought about this, and vice versa, so that way you guys can work through the problem.
Oh, that's a good intake. Yeah.
And you got to be emotionally available for me.
Oh, that one.
That's important, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we get in situations and we, you know, you got to be, both parties got to be emotionally available for each other to be able to, you know, guide each other through this process.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
How are you guys dealing? Because I'm just thinking about when we're talking about like the stresses and everything else. How are you dealing with the mental stress when you're thinking about relationships and whatnot? Because like for me, one of the things that I'll do is sometimes like if I'm just having just, you know, an off day, I'll go home or whatever, or wherever the situation ends up having me, I'll jump on like social media and I'll just look at a few things, make me laugh, kind of take me out of whatever feeling I was in, put me in a better, you know, mood or whatnot.
Sometimes that makes it worse.
Oh shit!
Jumping
I
on
mean,
social media, but for me, it'd be like COD.
yeah,
Really going on Call of Duty for
Uh-huh.
like an hour and just get away from everything. You know what I mean, just
Headshot,
disconnect.
headshot,
You know what I
headshot.
mean? And
Yeah.
then you know, the gym.
Yeah.
Just doing something completely just off the books.
right.
Sometimes just going for a drive.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when the weather cools down, you put the windows down, you're driving on the freeway, you throw on that new Division song. You know what I'm saying? You just like,
The
okay.
Division Fire.
Yeah.
Shout out to Division.
Yeah.
For me, man, it's always a cigar.
Oh, okay.
It's always a cigar.
I
Right.
miss smoking cigars.
Like, I mean, it
When
ain't.
do you smoke cigars? What?
I used to, but I stopped for like the longest time.
Yeah.
Hey
Man.
man, Swisher Sweets don't count, bro.
Nah, not even switchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
black,
nothing.
black and
Not
It's
even
nothing
black.
more-
Not even black. It was Arturo Fuentes was.
That's my favorite. That's my
Wow.
favorite brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, 858 Fuente. But it's nothing more relaxing to me. I mean, I really do view cigars as like yoga.
Yeah.
It is an inhale, exhale experience. For
I
me.
would agree.
Yeah. And
And-
confidence booster too.
Confidence
You have
booster.
a nice cigar and you're just like
Yeah,
it's
but
like a haircut.
you know, I was telling the gentleman the other day, I was smoking, and I said, you know, jokingly, I said I judge a man who don't smoke
Yeah.
because I let you know, smoking lets me know that you can think.
Yeah.
As a man, if you don't know how to think, how could you ever think your way out of your current situations, right?
Yeah.
Whatever situation that is, right?
Yeah.
You have to find time to think. And I believe for me, cigars give me that time to just think, man. And really, I have come up with so many concepts for my business through cigars.
Oh, okay.
Just me just smoking and just vibing out. So it's a creative aspect for me as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I get that. And then because of we don't have no questions too, right? Elijah, we don't have no questions before I jump into the next
Not
question?
like specific, or you mean chat questions?
Yeah, the chat
Oh,
questions.
sorry.
Oh, chat.
It is good right here, Elijah.
A little bit more that way. Yeah, that's good. It was just like right in front of your face.
Okay. Yep. No
Okay,
worries.
cool. No questions I don't see. So the next question is for the ladies. Do men notice little details, hairstyle, nails, shoes? Or are we just missing it?
Say that question again.
Like, are we noticing as men when women get their hair done, their nails, their shoes?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
we notice those
Shit, she
things.
gonna make sure you notice.
I mean,
Yeah.
She
depending
gonna
on
tell your ass shit. I just got
I
my
think we
nails
know.
done. She gonna let you know. She ain't gonna let you like. She ain't gonna let you. You could be. I don't give a fuck what you got going on.
Yeah.
If your woman go get her nails done, she excited to show you she got her nails done.
What's the most thing that you like about like your woman getting done, out of like all of it?
For me, I would like to say, probably getting the cha-cha shaved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's always a plus for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think that to find a woman that makes that does that lets me know that she really care about her hygiene
Okay.
and she really care about her just herself.
Right.
That part of things is there's a lot of women who get their nails done,
Mhm.
but to take that step to make sure that your cha-cha right. Like, I think that's important.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's important.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's just hoping that my significant other is active. You know,
That's a good one,
making
too.
sure that she's right and tight in all the right places. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing the same thing.
Nigga sound
You know
like
what
an
I mean?
R&B singer, right? Tight up, right places.
You know,
Like,
I'm just making sure because I'm doing the same thing for those exact same reasons, right? To be noticed
facts.
by your other and making sure that she's completely interested in me at all times. You know what I mean? That I don't get old, right?
Yeah, and I think it's important too when you think about like the fitness because you want to make sure that that sex life is on point. You know what I mean? Because if they're tired, they're lazy, they've been working out. It's just it heightens up, the sex, the sex in regards to working out and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
So I think that part is just as important too.
You know, I was talking. We had and I would love for you guys to come. I know you said you don't smoke, but you don't have to smoke. We
Yeah.
have this thing. I own a cigar company called Cigars and Coffee,
Okay.
and we do this man's group.
I see it all the time.
We just started,
Yes.
and
shout out on that.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And we just started this man's group, and the man's group this last Tuesday we was talking about. It doesn't matter how much money you got. When a woman sees you, like you can be, if you out of shape, you ain't take care of your body, she's not gonna respect you the way that she need to.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So like to piggyback off what Tim said, like making sure that you taking care of your temple.
Right.
Because you can have all the money in the world, and if your health ain't shit, that don't mean nothing to a woman. So that's important, I believe.
Yeah. And I like too, like how we were talking about cigars are like a haircut. You get a nice haircut,
Oh yeah.
or a cigar, like it boosts that confidence. It's like, it's a nice like fix that you have.
I agree.
Mhm.
Smoking cigar boosts your confidence. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, because you're just you're at your own peace.
That's
an
an element.
a nice cigar, maybe even a nice, whiskey and Coke, or just Gentleman Jack.
I'm trying to think if that's for me.
Well, put it like this: when you first had a cigar, right?
Yeah.
And I know for me, when I first had a cigar, just the ambiance that I was in, the vibe, just the elegance that it brought. It did boost my confidence. Like when I had that cigar, and I'm like, this is some boss shit right here. This is boss. Like so that is that what you kind of saying?
That's exactly.
Yeah, like I mean, like you could have the shittiest day of your life, and you go into a cigar lounge and you have a cigar, you feel like the man again.
And you know how to control the cigar too.
Oh yeah, that's like sex, man. A cigar is like sex, baby. Yeah. Like you gotta know how to handle that thing.
You gotta cut it. You gotta be able to smoke it.
So it's kind of like the whole cherry stem thing.
I don't know what that is, boss. Educate me.
You remember back in the day, the ladies used to do a little cherry stem thing, like put it in the.
I ain't never seen a woman do that.
You ain't never seen a woman.
No,
I mean not.
I know what you're talking about, but I ain't never saw what. Yeah,
but
I ain't never
but
saw.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
That used to be a thing. I do. But actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever really seen a chick literally do it.
Yeah, that's.
But I did want to kind of shake up things real quick though, because I don't pay for any of this. So we got to make sure that we let our sponsors come in, and we're going to break real quick for a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Hawaii Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it. Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fried shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread.
A bunch of information and go with what works, man.
Yeah, I mean, he remember, you know how we used to do the pod, man. Right. We used to do the pod, man. That was a very successful podcast, bro.
Hold
on. You don't even understand. Like people still asking about our pod to this day.
I didn't realize. Hey everybody, we're back already.
We back.
Right. I think I was in mid conversation. Patrick is out milking a goat. We're
I'm
gonna
back.
take goat
I'm
milk
back. I had to
shots
take
in
a
a little
piss real
bit.
quick.
And we gotta help his wealth stuff.
Yeah. Nah,
Him,
I had to
don't know,
drain the
man.
tank.
I don't know if we can get the camera out there quick enough. But he's a quick goat milker, man.
Yeah.
He's quick. Oh, he's back already. He's back.
I am back. Yeah. I gotta ask, what does it mean when whether you guys say or whether the females say, "I need space"? Like, what does that really mean?
Shit, the first thing that come to my mind, you trying to go fuck something else.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm just being honest. If a woman say that to me, which a woman ain't never said that to me
Yeah.
on some real shit. Like a woman ain't never said like, cause I don't even think she'd have the guts to say nothing like that to me.
Yeah.
Like what you mean? Like, but the simple fact, I just think, I mean, you could take it a lot of ways. Your first track of mind is going to be, oh man, she's trying to go mess with another guy,
Yeah.
right? But the other side could be, maybe I'm not living up to the person that she think I could be.
Right.
And that's a conversation too. That's something as a man, you got to really reevaluate that and be like, man, like, okay, she's saying this, what can I do better? Because typically just me going through life and going through breakups, like you typically don't be the best version of yourself until she threatened you.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
When she threatened you, and if you really love her and care for her, you're like, oh, close call.
Yeah.
I gotta tighten up. Because the last thing you want to do is lose a woman because of your stupidity.
Right.
And you know you had the ability to do right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
correct your behaviors,
Yeah.
whatever the case is.
Yeah, sometimes your insecurity actually takes into place too, if and when that happens. But to answer your question, I think they're just disinterested in it, you know what I mean, in the situation, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So or they gonna go look for someone else.
She want to go fight that. Listen, dog. Like, listen, man. She want to jump back outside right quick.
Yeah.
See, I would say though that it depends on the context. You know what I mean? If it's a situation like, I think that was one from one of the girls too, right? I think
I think so.
that
Yeah.
question.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think if they would have been more detailed about the question, because me, I'm an overthinker. So I feel like if it's a situation where it's like a bedroom thing, and then like I just need some space, give me some time, not tonight, then it's kind of like, oh, fuck. Where's the jerkins?
Yeah.
No, but
but
I
if it's
would-
more of like a relationship situation, like,
Yeah.
like Troy was saying, and they're like, I need some space from our relationship. I'm like, no. I'd be like, Troy, there's no space from our relationship.
Yeah.
We either
Yeah.
work on this, or if you're telling me to leave, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Like, there's no. We can have if you're talking about space, I'm gonna go upstairs for a little bit. You can hang out in the living room. But if you're like, I need space, I'm going to my mom's or something like that, or I'm going to my girlfriend's, or you can like. If you want space outside of the house,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you better be asking for more.
you know what? That's
That,
what.
like, it's
That's when I knew I grew, just as an individual, because I was single for a long period of time,
Right.
right? And then, my girl that I'm with now, it was it was almost I got a threat.
Right.
I took it as a threat.
Yeah.
And I would have handled that threat like I would have handled it like, man, all right, shit, whatever. Go ahead, go do you. Like I'm Troy Bino, like I'm cool. But you know what I'm saying? I would have instantly did that. Like without a doubt, I would have did that.
Yeah.
But like I was like, dang, I really fuck with this person. I really like this person. Like I can't keep doing that because somebody challenging me.
Yeah.
I gotta man up and be like, okay, you know what? I gotta correct whatever that you're saying. I gotta correct this and
Yeah.
be mindful of like the correction. You know what I'm
And
saying? So
I like how you say too about challenging, because it also depends on the woman itself.
yeah,
Because if this person is really challenging, you're like, dang, like, and no one really ever does, you're like, okay, like, okay, I see you.
yeah. Yeah. It was for me. It was that, like I said, that's when I knew I was growing as a man, because I'm like, man, I took that. Now, before I sent the message back, I was like, man, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, she tripping. Like, this me,
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, nah, this is a good person. Like, you can't move just off like who you are. Like,
Right.
people don't care about that. People care about actually, developing a serious relationship with you.
Yeah.
One in truth, more
Well,
importantly.
And then too, at the end of the day, it's also an investment. that
Yeah.
you're actually, and so. And then I wanted to go over this next segment, which is health is wealth, men's edition. Let's see. Do men actually go to the doctors, or are we just googling the symptoms? When's the last time you guys went to the doctors?
Mine's been a couple of years actually.
Has it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got no insurance. It's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, it's about.
Well, I mean, even
it's just about to be like 2% soon because insurance is going away.
Oh yeah, that's.
We ain't about to have no insurance.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. Just the way things are going, man. Their insurance is gonna get messed up. Like it's either gonna be a situation where it's not really worth it, and we're still paying out of pocket a whole lot, or you just don't have it because you don't qualify. Like the way things are going right now, like the health insurance is not set up for the common person right now to thrive. And once we have to start coming out of pocket even more, especially as men. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'll admit it real quick. I'm cheap. So
Man, policy like 300 for just by yourself.
Yeah.
that's
A
what I'm
policy.
saying. Like
That's why you got to get married and get on that one, get on her policy, man. But to be honest with you, man, I usually go for a checkup yearly. I do my yearly checkup. Around my birthday, I always try to go to the doctor, man, just to make sure the blood pressure, make sure everything running right. Even though I'm into health and wellness and I take really good care of myself, and I got a pretty good diet, but that doesn't mean there's always some underlying things that goes, undetected. So like, you just never know.
And
know.
And I'm on the same page as you too, because I was like you, Tim. Like I wasn't going. Like I had a lot of pride, so I had to fight through that pride because I was like, man, I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm taking care of myself. I'm really good. This and that. And then like reality set in. I had like, I have a bunch of family that just got hit with cancer, and they got hit with like high cholesterol and just a ton of different health issues. And then my heart started like fucking up. Like it was just acting weird, and I was going through a lot of different health issues, and I was like, fuck, like I gotta start taking this serious. So then I started going to the doctors and getting myself checked out and stuff like that. And now I'm like, okay, like, what is my check engine light saying about myself? What is it that I got to change? I got to start changing my diet. I got to start checking, or I still got to start changing just the way that I'm living life a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of pull back, dial back, and then change a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say, and this is actually a prime example right now. Before we even got into the discussion about it, I was already kind of thinking, in a grand scheme of things, it's probably about 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Like 50% of men probably will go to the doctor. The other 50% probably like, no, I'm good. And right here in this room, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Both of you said that I go to the doctor. Tim said, I didn't voice it, but I don't do doctors either.
Yeah.
So
it ain't a question for me. I'd go to the doctor. I just don't got insurance.
so you would if it was a more financially easy decision.
I was constantly going every single year up to 2 years ago. So just to get a little bit about me, the company I was with let a lot of people go 2 years ago. So I've been on my own for the last 2 years. I carried insurance for like 6 months after that. So just doing all my annual stuff before that ended. But I did like an independent insurance for like a whole year after that. I was like, man, nothing happened. I just dropped it because like it's expensive. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm holistic, so I mean, like I don't prefer the doctors. That's never like that's never like a first option for me. Like I believe your kitchen should be your medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
It should be your doctor's office.
And to be honest, I'm big on that as well too.
Yeah, I mean, being separated from meat products for last going on 9 years now, no meat, no seafood, like crazy. So for me, like appreciate it, man. Like I really do take this health thing serious, so yeah, I mean, I believe in going to the doctors, but at the end of the day, get the information from the doctor,
right? But
I don't believe in medication. I haven't took a aspirin or Tylenol in almost 10 years.
Wow.
So I couldn't tell you what in it like I don't take anything that's over the counter. Nothing. Zero. If I have a headache, I can go to my kitchen, whip up me a nice tea. If I have back pains, I know. So there's things that you got to I want to say this because I think a lot of people are becoming more educated on health and wellness,
right,
and more holistic approaches. So you see that a lot more. So yeah.
And we have to keep in account too the fact that like when we are using medication, our body is becoming immune to whatever it is that they're feeding. Yeah. So we're having to readjust, how our body is being used and stuff like that. I'm big on that too.
Yeah.
Like prior to me getting into school and stuff like that, and having to relearn the anatomy and physiology and stuff like that, I'm realizing like shit. If I got a headache, all I got to do is hit certain pressure points. Reflexology. Our body is our temple, so we can literally work our body to certain angles, and then we don't have a headache.
Yeah.
Or it's just like how you said, the holistic approach. It's just when you go to the doctors, a lot of times they're just like medication.
Yeah.
They'll give you an aspirin, an ibuprofen for like $750, which is another thing. It's another topic. It's so over, not saturated. It's just it's a money game at the end of the day.
Everything is reversible. I don't
Yeah.
care if you got cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, sugar. Everything is reversible.
Right.
You can
You-
get it. You
you-
can lose it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you just have to be invested in doing the research to be able to heal yourself.
I feel like
Yeah.
this might be a good time to say you just got to do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Facts, man. I agree.
We're closing it out.
I mean, we could probably chat for like another 2 minutes or so. But
Well,
yeah,
okay.
we're gonna wrap it up real soon
No,
for
you're good.
part 1,
Okay.
and then we'll be back for part 2, which will be another hour of discussion.
Okay. The reason why I ask is because the fact that like, so I've been watching a bunch of different stuff. I'm trying to like learn the different levels of like masculinity to femininity and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn how us as men, we don't give a lot of flowers and stuff like that, and sometimes we don't even know how to receive that information. Versus, if we gave out flowers. So one thing that I did, and no homo, no like weird way, whatever, but I did bring flowers for me to give to you guys or whatever.
I appreciate
because of
it,
the fact
man.
that like we don't give each other flowers.
Yeah, I appreciate
It's more
that.
of a female thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm giving out my flowers to you guys because I do follow you guys. I've been following you guys.
Man, thank you, man.
From everything. I mean, you guys are solid individuals and stuff like that. So,
Man.
I'll give it to you guys, and you guys can just,
Yeah, for
pick
sure,
and choose
man.
whatever ones you guys want, stuff like that.
You can give me
There's one in
flowers,
there for
but
you,
you better
too.
not poke me.
Man,
Nah.
smell the roses, man. Smell the roses, bro.
You got
Yeah,
that,
so
you got that.
that's my appreciation to you
Man,
guys.
I appreciate
because-
it, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
because-
very kind of you.
thank you.
Yeah,
Very
we
kind
don't-
of you.
we don't give each other flowers and stuff like that, and that's something that we need to learn to do and be able to know how to receive that information. And stuff like that too. So
Man,
Yeah.
I appreciate that
Yeah.
tremendously. Thank you
Right.
for that. Thank you. Yeah. My
and-
grandma always just say, "Give me my flowers where I can smell them."
Well, and that's another thing too is
Yeah.
we don't give each other flowers while we're still here on Earth.
Yeah.
We wait until that person passes, and that's another thing that we were kind of talking about earlier. It's just I'm trying to honor and live in the moment while we still have this moment.
Mhm.
Tomorrow's never promised. We don't know what tomorrow's going to hold.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to capture that moment now because I mean it's crazy out there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you again, man.
Yeah.
That's an amazing gesture right there.
Yeah, that means a lot.
And before we close out this episode, do you guys want to plug anything? You guys want to talk about anything?
Man, I mean, I own a cigar company, like I mentioned earlier. Check us out at cigar.andcoffeemeat on Instagram. We have an event coming up. It's called Cigars and Slow Jams. It's going to be an R&B night. So come out. It's for everyone. Dress. Come as you are. Just come out and network and have a good time. So
Make sure you dress too because
Yeah.
I watch it all the time and I'm like, man, you guys are clean.
Well-
it is a classy event.
well, this event we just want people to come as they are.
Dress up. You still got to dress up.
I'm going to that one. I'm going to the dress as you are, man.
Yeah, dress you are, and also follow my, my health and wellness company, Style and Grace LLC, Health and Wellness. So
One thing I
Yeah.
gotta add too, and I'm gonna cut you off, but I didn't know about CMOS until you started presenting the CMOS and stuff like that.
how long ago was that?
Man, it was probably 3, 4,
5 years ago, probably.
something like that.
somewhere
Yeah,
around
it's been a
there.
minute, yeah. And I got to give a lot of credit to Tim because Tim put me on to you,
Mhm.
and then I started watching your guys' podcast, and ever since then, I just been like, kind of, in a respectful way, I've been a fan of both of you guys,
Thank you,
your guys'
thank you.
work and everything that you guys have done. So
Thank you
yeah,
so
I'm really
much,
proud
man.
of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate that.
Tim, you want to add anything?
Nothing. Just give me a follow at Style by Fashion Freak. We have Phoenix Fashion Week coming up in October,
Okay.
the 11th. So I'll be promoting that probably in the next coming weeks because the 11th is coming around in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
Nice. Follow them on all social platforms. Elijah, you want to end the show? Giving the shout outs to Habari Live and all the shows that's on there.
Yes. So give a shout out to all of our sponsors. We got Elevated Souls for you guys. We got Habari Live. Don't forget to check out the Returning the Shit Show.
Yeah.
And then we got an announcement for the next episode on another official sponsor. Right now, we're going to keep that on the low. But like I said, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna have a little intermission amongst ourselves. We about to go get fucked up. We're gonna take some shots, smoke some cigars, do some crazy shit. No, I'm just joking. Any kids, any younger people out there watching this, I'm just joking. But bathroom breaks, get a snack or whatever, man. We probably really are gonna have a little cigar session,
Y'all got
But
food?
y'all come back. We're gonna come back around for round 2. It's gonna be about an hour or so.
Y'all got some food?
Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be good.